He has a lot of dog. I have a lot of dog. And we'll see who's the biggest dog. And at the end of the day, I know that's me. Always. Every single time.
This is the Schmo with the Pro. He's 19-2, currently on a 7-fight win streak. 6 of those victories by finish. He still knocks Dricus Du Plessis. The S is silent, but it's violent. In the flesh, Las Vegas, Nevada. Getting ready for UFC 290. How we doing, man?
Absolutely great. Great to be back. Great to be. It feels like home already. Feels familiar. And we're here to do the same thing. You know, driving past the T-Mobile, knowing that's where people get beat. It's good to be here.
The UFC's putting you on these Vegas shows, these pay-per-views at the T-Mobile Arena. It certainly does feel like a second home for you.
Yeah, definitely. And, this is my third international fight week. So in a row. So it's great, being trusted with the performances, being trusted with the big shows. That's what you want. That's what you need. And, the UFC knows who to put on, who puts on the good fights. And it's great for us to be here representing.
And it doesn't get much bigger than this. You're facing the number 2 ranked guy, former champion Robert the Reaper Whittaker. Has the UFC all but assured you that the winner of this fight, you win this fight, you get the title shot next?
Well, I mean, I can't say that I'm assured, but I mean, it kind of speaks for themselves. And for me, I'm here to become a champion. No matter who I have to go through, with Robert Whittaker, once they offered me that fight, I honestly thought I was going to get the title shot immediately. It didn't matter. It's not a matter of, to me, it's not about getting a title shot immediately, getting it as quick as possible. It's imminent. It's something that's going to happen. Whether it happens after this fight, before this fight, it doesn't matter to me. At the end of the day, I'm here to beat the best in the world. If you want to be the best, you have to beat everybody in this division, and I'm willing to fight anybody to beat everybody. And right now, the guy to beat is Robert Whittaker to get that number 1 contender spot.
So what do you think Robert Whittaker does best? And where do you think you're going to exploit and beat this man? Because a lot of people's knock on you is maybe it's the cardio. You couldn't breathe as much. Didn't you get nose surgery, by the way? Also, why is everybody overlooking you except the man himself, Robert the Weeper Whittaker?
Yeah, I think everybody overlooking me hasn't stepped in the cage with me. At the end of the day, if you ask any opponent, they'll tell you. But, Robert Whittaker, he's a class act. That's why he is where he is. That's why he has been at the top of this division for so long. That's why he's everybody's worst nightmare. But at the end of the day, we are going up against each other. We are like-minded in a way that we both are chasing that number 1 in the world spot, to be the champion, to beat the champion. He has had the opportunity twice, and right now it's my opportunity to prove that I am the next champion of the world. A guy like Robert Whittaker, not underestimating me. I've never even thought about it twice. I knew he wouldn't. He has never stepped into a ring unprepared, unfit, not in great shape. He always gets in there, and you can see he put his whole heart and soul into a training camp. And that's what I want. That's what I need. I want somebody to go out there. I don't want a watered-down Robert Whittaker. I don't want a Whittaker that has the worst performance of his life. I want to beat Robert Whittaker at the best performance, at the best shape, at the top of his game, and prove that I'm the best fighter in the world.
He wants to fight the best at their best. No shortcuts for you. What do you make of the current champion, Israel Adesanya? Somebody you got beef with. He's openly cheering for you. He hopes to manifest that you get your hand raised. When you hear that from the champion, how does that make you feel?
Yeah, be careful what you wish for. At the end of the day, I don't care if he hopes, if he wants it. I'll win on my terms, and it's imminent. Like I said, it's imminent. Whether when I fight for the belt, and I'm going to fight Adesanya. He says he's hoping that I win. That's good. I don't need hope. I think the hope is for those that believe that winning can happen by accident. I'm not winning by accident or by him hoping. I'm winning because of hard work and because I'm the best fighter. And he'll get his shot. You can stand in line. He's calling me out. I'm not calling him out. So I'll be fighting him because that's what I deserve. But he can stand in line just like everybody else. And when the time comes, I'll be fighting him.
Would you be ready for UFC 293 if they have that in Sydney, Australia in September? Is that going to be too quick of a turnaround? Or if you get your hand raised and the UFC says you're next in line in September, you're going to be ready for that?
Yeah, well, let's see. Let's see if he's game. Let's see if Adesanya is really there when the time comes. The way I see it, I think after Whittaker, just give me about 5 minutes. With the way I'm feeling right now, give me about 5 minutes, some water, and then I'll fight him on the same night. Let's do it next week, Saturday.
Wow, there it is. But before both of you guys were in the UFC, you and the champion, did you guys spar in Thailand together? And what was that like?
Oh yeah, we trained in Thailand together. I think I was 19 years old at the time. He had quite a record in MMA already back then. I was 3-0, I think. Yeah, I was 3-0 when we trained together. But he said, yeah, I beat him in the grappling exchanges. He's 100% correct in that. I did manhandle him, and in the grappling and wrestling exchanges. But we did not do a single round of striking together. Not one. And I mean, that was his way of saving himself, saying, no, but I beat him in the striking. We never did striking together. Not one round. When we sparred, we did it. We grappled and we wrestled. We never did one single round of striking together. Not as far as I know, and that's something you would remember.
So clearly you got the confidence. Is he the greatest middleweight of all time in UFC history, or he hasn't surpassed Anderson Silva in your eyes yet?
Listen, he's very, very close to being the greatest. He is for now. He's been absolutely amazing. He's an incredible champion in the way he fights. He has really made it look easy in a lot of his fights. So I think he is making a case for being one of the greatest middleweights ever. But the great Anderson Silva, I still believe there is some work to do for Adesanya to be considered as the greatest, without a doubt. But he's making a case. He's been an incredible champion, and he is an incredible fighter.
As someone who puts his country on his back, what's the legacy you think you're making for yourself in present time?
Yeah, I mean the legacy. I mean, history has been made. As a South African, with myself, with Cameron, we've been almost setting the bar, 100% setting the bar for what is possible, training, living, residing in Africa and South Africa for the guys coming up. There's so much talent there, and I think the legacy is what we've been doing and achieving. It gives people hope that we can do it right there at home, and you don't need that massive opportunity from the get-go. You can create your opportunity from there, from your home base. And we have the facilities, we have the coaching, and yes, we don't have an abundance of it, but we do have it. And if you really want to do it, you can achieve whatever you set your mind to, especially in this sport, because we have the blueprint and it speaks for itself. I mean, I'm fighting for number one contender in the world. I'm fighting arguably the best other guy in our division, Robert Whittaker, one of the greatest fighters. He will indefinitely be in the Hall of Fame, and that's right there from South Africa, from home, and that's the legacy. That's the legacy of inspiring people to say, I can do this, and this is possible, no matter what.
So how do you envision beating the future Hall of Famer Robert Whittaker?
I'm going out there to finish. In my record, you can see I'm not going out there to chase decisions. I'm going out there to finish Robert Whittaker, and I think it's going to be one heck of a fight. At the end of the day, he has a lot of dog. I have a lot of dog, and we'll see who's the biggest dog. And at the end of the day, I know that's me, always, every single time.
Well said. Final message for all the DDP fans out there worldwide.
Appreciate all the love. Appreciate all the support. This will be the best Stillknocks to step into that cage. Just like everyone before that, I really put in so much effort for this fight, like every other fight, and it's time to shock the world. Prepare to be amazed.
He's the pro. I'm the Schmo, Las Vegas, Nevada. We're out.